Welcome back. Episode 8 of Pointless Discourse. Today we're talking about Pokemon, specifically the first 151. Yep, and we'll go into our most and least favorites of the two. And I have to admit that as I was doing research, I'm not as connected to Pokemon as I used to be. I think I stopped playing during Ruby.
Ruby Rose. What is that from?
That's an actress.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. She used to be Batgirl. That's why I'm like, why does that stick out of my head? I don't watch TV, so um, I don't think I ever beat a Pokemon game.
Yeah, we can jump into that. But yes, so then first part is we'll roll our dice to see who talks first and which
Hold
side we
up.
get to talk about. Oh,
I'm
yes.
placing down my trap card. Different thing. And
Same
do do
era.
do 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 do. As some people may have known, if you listen to the last podcast or watch either one of us stream, y'all may have heard we were doing a charity stream this week, and there's a couple hours left in it to the end of the day. However, as it's winding down, we wanted to just say one, thank you for everyone that helped out or donated some, because not only did we hit our original number of $500 in 2 days, we boosted it up more, and you guys hit that in like 2 or 3 days after that. And like, with, I don't know, it's just nuts. Like it's really, really cool. Like, I think right now, I'll just refresh the page just to make sure we're at, well, it says right now $855. I don't know why it's not refreshing. I'm not going. Oh, there we go, and nothing came up. Oh, there it is. $855.
Yes.
So way more than what we were expecting, and way quicker than we were expecting. Yeah, and we were definitely like just a peek behind the digital curtain in the Discord that me and Hoppin and with the other streamers. There was a lot of hype and excitement from this, and we oh wow, throat, stop making noises. I don't want my voice. We were just really like just blown away, and just there was so much excitement and hype, and just trying to figure out what should we do next. So oh, I forgot, someone said take a breath. We're saying sorry, whoever told Hop that. I immediately forgot it. And gosh,
Now you're going to overthink it.
I know. Including the next statement that we have here. I would like to just say the other streamers that were taking part in this. That way, if you guys aren't following them, y'all should. Where's my Discord? There it is. The other streamers in here besides, my goodness, now I'm like super hyper aware of the word the other streamers in this charity campaign besides me and Hop, there was also J2 Ruto, JR Flames, Ice King, the instead of a E, it's a 3. All 3 of those are on Mixer. And Tristan Gold on Twitch. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we'll put their, this is I'm the one that gets the podcast audio out, but I'll put their links in the description if you want to check them out. Definitely cool people, and definitely worth your time. But thank you everyone that did that. We now we have a lot of different content stuff now that we have to do.
Yes, lots of planning and things that you can see in the future. I know one of the things, since we hit one of our goals, is to try and come up with a community podcast idea, and DPayne and I have been going back and forth on what that means. I think we settled on an idea. I don't know if you want to announce it now so that we could kick off a timer for it, or do you want to wait until we solidify more ideas?
Let's just wait till next week, because we have a bunch of we have that announcement, and that way we can filter it through. That's right, guys. Company meeting right live on the podcast.
Yes, but yeah, so keep out. We do have ideas for the podcast to thank everyone that supported the charity and everything for To Write Love on Our Arms. Yeah. Anything else you want to get into before we start rolling our D20s?
Are we doing that TFT sabotage stream this week? This
Uh,
Tuesday?
I don't know if we've solidified what that means yet.
I had an idea.
I
I'll
wouldn't.
share it right now, and people can hear live if you like it or not. Which, in short, I think the original idea was us choosing each other's carousel members, or from the spinny thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking to make that more than just having a random character and then you just sell them for money or item. What if you had to keep them?
Oh, that was the assumption I was thinking.
Okay, good. We both had the same assumption.
We could do that. The tricky thing might be because we might have other people. We do tend to have like one or two other people that tend to be around on Tuesdays. We can talk it out to see if we want to make it a bonus one where it's just the two of us, so that with us screaming at each other, we're not stepping on other people's toes.
I'm okay stepping on people's toes. No, but yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know the date. Just pay attention to the Twitters.
Yeah,
I guess we can post that on the podcast Twitter as well, so that way people will know.
Yeah, we have a lot of plans coming up that we need to figure out between all of us.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, so anything else?
I want to be the very best. Don't copyright strike me, Pokemon. These ones are my favorite, and these ones are garbage. I don't want to be their friends. I'm not 10 years old. Pokemon.
Perfect. Okay, so now
Roll those dice.
we roll our dice to see who gets to go first.
Oh, baby.
I hope you beat me this week. I got a 4.
Really? I got myself a natural 15.
So because it's even, we talk about favorites again first.
Good. Okay. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Also, I don't remember if we said this, but in case this is your first time listening, or you listened to episode 1, you're like, I like this. Let me go to their most recent one. Guess what? Episode 1 is that pilot episode no one wants to look at ever again. That's not true. I kind of liked how episode 1 went. What we do is that we give our top 2, which I like to call God tier, and our worst 2, which I like to call Devil tier. At least to myself. I don't really say that out loud until right now. I'm going to make it a thing of objects. And since we rolled even, well, Hop rolled even because she got the lower initiative. We start with good. And my second place for the top tier Pokemon is Sandshrew.
That's a very adorable Pokemon. So Sandshrew over Sandslash?
Yes, Shrew. The first one before it evolves. Now I'm making sure I have the right name.
I think Shrew is the little baby one.
Yeah. And now it's ice, which is weird. Yeah, so I really liked Sandshrew because actually it has to do all with the TV show. Because I watched a little bit of when the TV show first came out, and there's like one episode that I remember, and it's the one where Ash is walking around and he comes across this gym and he's like, hey, okay, I think, is electric strong against ground or
no? I think
no,
it's
water.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember because Ash had the weakness type to this dude's Pokemon, and he's like, oh man, this will be cool. And he just gets destroyed by this dude. And he has this counter coming out where he has 0 losses and like 99 or 98 wins. And he tells him like, yep, when I don't know if that heard over the microphone.
I heard it. Someone knocking on your door?
No, I think that was a firework. Who's setting off fireworks? Anyhow, I don't even remember the name of this trainer, but he had like a whole bunch of like low tier Pokemon. And I remember he had a Rattata. He had what was it? He had like some fire types, but it was all like before they evolved. And his first one was a Sandshrew. And Ash was like, "Man, how are you so strong?" And then he goes in and opens up this tent, and he has this pool and this like trainer like brace like what's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but it's like pretty much this thing to help strengthen the Pokemon. And Pikachu puts it on, and he's too weak and just like crunches up under the weight of this brace.
As like a
And
training vest or something.
yeah, it was a training vest, but it was like they had to like stand straight, and it was supposed to like work out like muscles or something like that to make them stronger. And Ash just like looked and saw that he had fire Pokemon jumping off of a diving board into a pool of water and like swimming around in it. And he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you hurting?" He's like, "No, man, I'm doing this so they can build up immunity to their weakness so they get stronger." And it worked. So this guy, all he did was just power level these level 1 Pokemon and leveled up their stats, so they were just super beefy. It kind of reminds me of this video I saw where people modded the Pokemon game that Mudkip was in and gave Mudkip all the super high level elemental attacks, and then went and killed all the legendary Pokemon. Well, this guy, his main Pokemon was a Sandshrew, and I just thought it was cool. And then in the game, I don't know, I always liked him. I thought it was just a really neat looking Pokemon. And I really don't have anything besides that. I just liked how he looked like, and I just remember that one episode that was just, I don't know, I just really like Sandshrew. And he's always the one when I find out Sandshrew in this game, in any Pokemon game, if I play it, I want to get Sandshrew, and I want to make him, well, my second main. My first main we will talk about next, but
yeah, I mean, a lot of mine were basically I like them from the show, and that carries over to the games. But
my first one isn't that way.
Oh, your first one isn't. Okay, my first one is definitely that way. My runner-up is kind of like that, but I also watched the Pokemon movies. I don't know if you watched those at all.
I saw the end. They cry.
They cry
Spoiler.
in every anime movie, I'm pretty sure, at some point.
In every anime. No, okay, now I gotta go through the anime movies that I've seen.
Maybe not Akira. I don't think they're...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Well, no.
There are scenes with people
Akira!
Being...
Tetsuya!
But... Okay, yeah, I mean, Sandshrew is a cute Pokemon. It is funny, though, when you think of the show, there are a lot of things that happen in it that you can't actually apply to the games. If I remember right, you know, he starts with Pikachu, and the first trainer, or gym owner he runs into is Brock. Brock has all rock types, and he can't use Pikachu's powers against him. So I believe he shoots a sprinkler system to make Onix wet, so that he can use electricity on a wet rock type and win. And in hindsight, you're like, that is not a possibility. I can't do that. Why is this?
Yeah. Well, and then when Lieutenant Surge, the way he faces him is just like, oh man, he just got the Thunderstone to level him up to Raichu. Oh man, now he's super strong. Pikachu, here's the Thunderstone. You want to level up? And he's like, no, marketing. And then it's just like, I'm just gonna learn how to get super fast.
Quick attack.
Yeah. So there's that.
A lot of the show is Pikachu being too stubborn and winning in the end.
Pikachu is like, honestly, I would like to know what level Pikachu is like currently, because Ash now in internet lore has the power of immortality, and
he's never aged beyond 10.
Yeah, he's a vampire. But like Pikachu should be. Ash's Pikachu probably is a legendary Pokemon by
level alone.
Yeah. Like, I know it knows Iron Tail.
Yeah, I think the only reason Pikachu can't, by definition, be legendary is because you can find other Pikachus. They just can't be as strong as this Pikachu, but you can find other Pikachus.
That's why they started making Pikachus with heart tails. So that way, this is the only straight edged Pikachu left. It is legendary.
Yeah. Yeah, is that where that's all what you have for your
Yeah,
runner
that's
up?
all I kind of had.
I feel like
Like,
mine are also going to be pretty short. That's fine.
so,
All right. So yeah, my runner up is Lapras. If you remember what that one is.
oh, it's Loch Ness monster.
Basically, I think I have a general obsession over things that can double as great pets and great transportation. See, for example, Appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Is that the dragons that they connect the hair to?
Can you stop? I even specified the full title of this avatar. I have a lot of concerns about that because that is also how they have sex in that movie. But you
Oh
connect
yeah, I
to
forgot
dragons.
about that.
You connect to dragons in the same way. So
This
I
is
don't
a
want
kids show. I feel like, okay, there's a little bit of backstory. Every time in Hop's channel they talk about The Last Airbender, I like to make the joke that it's Avatar, the James Cameron film. And there was one time when I actually wasn't joking because I put it in there, and then I reread it and was like, oh, I continued with my goof, my gaff. But yeah, it is fun to just to see the reactions.
all the confusion. But no, Appa is a big old flying bison who is a very cuddly creature. And Lapras, I think, gives me that same vibe where, if I remember right, I read a little bit on the Bulbapedia, I think it's called, for Pokemon, their exact wiki. And it's basically a very kind, docile creature that enjoys being a sea taxi for people. It's got the really convenient, very large shell on its back, and you can all hitch a ride and go across the ocean to all the different islands in the region, and everything's a-okay. The only sad part about it, though, is because they're kind and docile, it does say that they became the target of hunters. And it's just like, Pokemon, please, your lore. It's too much. I don't want to know that this cute, lovable Loch Ness monster, which I believe is really I think they said it is based off of a plesiosaur. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
The big underwater long neck boys. But yeah, and then they said that they became hunted easily and things like that. And it's like, I don't want to know that this cute creature could have gone extinct in the same way that the dodo did, in that it didn't know that things are dangerous and just ran up to people. And I do remember
dodos.
in the show, it was just like a very nice creature, but then also in the movies, isn't that how everyone, or at least a large amount of people, escape from the final area? They all climb on a Lapras and they all get to go home safe because all their other means of transportation have been ruined.
I think that's the case in a lot of them.
Anything that involves an island is probably a Lapras. If not a Lapras, they fly on the back of a Pidgeotto.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Is this? We're talking about Gen 1. I'm trying to remember. Does it have a? There's no pre-evolution to it, right? That's
Lapras is, I think, just Lapras.
Because I think I'm trying to remember the episode. There's an issue in the Pokemon Adventure manga where I can't remember if Red or Blue has it, and there's like a whole episode where Red and Blue kind of meet up by accident. They get hit by like Team Rocket or something like that, and all their Pokemon switch hand, and so Red has all Blue's Pokemon and Blue has all Red's Pokemon, and it's just, I think Lapras is in there, and one of them has it. I think Blue has it. and it's just funny because Blue is all like, train your Pokemon, and they all wake up before Red does and are doing laps around the like campground that he's at, and Lapras is just there like pulling itself across the ground, just like,
Oh,
I'm
no.
catching up, guys. And so, but yeah, I feel like Lapras is that go-to Pokemon where they need it. It's just, oh, well, the bird one's too small.
Yeah.
Get the boat one.
And I don't know, it's just a cute creature overall. It makes cute noises. It doesn't really have anything extraordinary about it. I just think it's a very convenient and nice to have Pokemon. But also, they still have boats in the anime and manga, I believe. So I guess,
And the game.
And in the game. So, you still need to destroy the environment, even though you have perfectly good boat Pokemon. But who am I?
Maybe they're just rare.
I do know the boats that I remember from the game, though, were like cruise ships, right? That's
There's also the fisherman boat in one of them.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't want you to use a Lapras to fish up Pokemon because that seems very like anti. This is your friend from the ocean.
Do you think they use?
Mine.
Do you think they use? Is it Goldines? What's the use of Pokemon? Magikarp as bait.
I don't know, because you want to keep a Magikarp all the way through until it becomes a Gyarados, and then you win everything.
Or you just go up to the lake where the red Gyarados is.
If you're the first one there.
Yeah. Just have a pissed off Gyarados. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think, because everyone rides bikes or has rollerblades. Because I don't think there's cars. Well, at least in the game. In the show, there's cars.
I don't remember there being any kind of like fast travel service with cars. There was.
Yeah. Well, Fly was your quick.
But
fast.
I mean, like mechanically, the only type, because you couldn't run. To run, you needed the bike.
Well, no, you needed the shoes.
Were there shoes in the original one?
In the original one, I think you needed shoes to run.
Okay, but the bike was like the fastest option that you could get.
Yeah.
But I don't remember there ever being anything like there's no planes or cars or anything that I can recall.
Yeah. Well, kind of just thinking about it, having a plane in a Pokemon universe would be rough.
Clearing the skies. Well, for real planes, you fly much higher than any of these Pokemon probably should be able to fly into atmospheric wise.
But in our world, we don't have animals that are able to force the elements to just summon and blow things up.
This is true. There's no legendary bird that can just decide, I freeze this continent.
Yeah. Or set it on a fire, or decide to power up a whole power grid.
Or overload a power grid.
Yeah, overload. Oh man, I'm glad that one doesn't exist in real life.
Yeah. We got too close to it, guys. Blew another fuse. We gotta move out.
Yeah. Put on some rubber booties. There we go. But yeah, that would just be a real rough of a time. Because like not even just the ones that could summon like lightning or thunder or ice or whatever, but just think of Pidgeotto, and it just flaps its wings enough and it's able to make a mini tornado.
Yeah, whirlwind. A lot of the seafaring creatures can pull the tides with like surf.
Yeah. And we're not even talking about legendary.
These are just
how does this world exist? This world should be destroyed.
I think we're just talking about the Pokemon in particular. I don't know if we're ready to talk about the logistics of it.
No, I am. New podcast topic, guys. How the heck does this world exist? No wonder there are islands, because this is how it used to be a Pangea. And then guess what? The Pokemon said, heck with y'all. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how new regions are made. They destroy the old one. I still think one of the best Pokemon games that will never come out is if they make everything, like every single section, kind of like how if you look at an Elder Scrolls map of all time and just seeing like there's Skyrim, there's Morrowind, there's whatever, and seen them all there. But it's all the Pokemon regions, and you can choose what region you want to go to, and you can catch all the Pokemon in that region. And then once you get the badges or whatever, you can go to another region or start traveling like to these other regions around and catch all the Pokemon in there and go from there. Kind of like how Ash does in the show.
Yeah, the reason that I can see from a logistical standpoint why they would never want to do that, they might do it if there's enough people that want it, but you can't split it in half to double use sales. To force people to have to get along and trade with each other, which is, I think, since the beginning, is kind of like Pokemon's game MO, where they split the population in half and go, you have to make friends that bought the other one, or you have to convince your friends to buy the other one so you can get all of them.
But don't they have like bundle deals when Sword and Shield came out where you can get both?
But it's still paying more than you would for one.
Yeah, I didn't really look into it.
Yeah.
Well, they could still do that, where it's like you can go to all the regions, and then it's just like, hey, the Pokemon that we're in, because they could still like, okay, this edition has all the like has blue, whatever all the other editions have in the one side, and this one has all the other splits.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like be able to catch all the Pokemon from all.
I would like to catch all the Pokemon. I would like to find starters.
That's why I like Pokemon Yellow, because you get all the starters.
It's the undecisive, warriors.
The anime. That's why
does?
Pokemon Yellow is my favorite. So you start with Pikachu, and Gary gets Eevee, and then you pick up, I think, Bulbasaur. You adopt him. Charmander, you get him because the trainer says he can't handle it, so he gives you Charmander. And then you deal with a Squirtle gang from Officer Jenny.
The Squirtles are so cool. I like that one that, yes, there's, I love the memes of just the leader Wartortle, I think it is, that has this like pretty much the Gurren Lagann glasses on.
No, I think it's the Squirtle that he gets has it.
Oh, it isn't? Mm-hmm. Man, that would be a Squirtle I would like to get.
Yeah, maybe I'm a bit far from my mic, but here, I'll move myself up a little bit. But yeah, so yes, Lapras. We went off on a bit of a tangent, but Lapras is my runner-up.
Oh, we're always going to be on a tangent. Okay. So my number one is... So there's a type of Pokemon that I enjoy to collect, that I always want one of these two in my, almost a deck. That's not what they're called. In my PokeQ. What do you call them? The ones that are just shoved in the balls in the pocket.
I don't remember what they're called exactly. I want to call them my roster, but I feel like roster is too official for Pokemon.
Yeah, but ones that do my bidding. Party, yeah. Party in the USA. Yeah, so the two types that I love to have are Ghost and Poison. Preferably Ghost, which also has like Dark, but Ghost and Poison seem to pretty much go hand in hand in a lot of them. Which, hold on, let me bring up my quick search to make sure I'm looking at this right. Yes, the Pokemon that's my number one actually has both of these, and it's Haunter. Haunter is my all-time favorite Pokemon. It's it's one of those things. I think in the show, doesn't Ash not in the movie, but in the show, like he has his soul ripped out or something, and he goes hangs out with a Ghastly, a Haunter, and a Gengar, and they just go on soul adventures for a whole episode. And then Ash is like, "Yeah, I got to go back to my body now," and like Gengar and Ghastly are like, "Okay, later, nerd," but Haunter's like, "Oh, but I like you." I'm gonna come with. And so then he gets. Does Ash actually ever catch a Pokemon, or does he just like Naruto the power of friendship them into join? No wonder he can't win the stupid league of whatever it's called.
Every time he tries to, yeah, I do recall him catching Pidgey in the very beginning, but Pikachu was refused to live in a Pokeball. I remember that, and then a lot of them are friendship, or if they're not friendship, they're like he has a lot of releasing Pokemon episodes. At least those are ones I definitely remember. At one point, he has the Butterfree, and then he has to tell the Butterfree, like, hey, you can go get laid, so I'll see you when I see you, and everybody cries.
It just plays Careless Whisper as it flies away.
Because there's the hot pink Butterfree that was a super rare Butterfree, and therefore Ash's Butterfree needed to mate with it. I remember very weird episodes. I don't remember the Soul episode, though. I do remember there's, I think, what is it, Lavender Town? Where he has to fight through all the ghosts to help Cubone out. I know,
I really like Cubone, too, but
it's a really good...
That's got a dark history, which I have questions about. Hold on, I'm looking at the wiki right now to see. I don't care about biology. Okay, so this is what it says. In the Tower of Terror, Ash befriends a Haunter. He attempted to use it to battle Sabrina in hopes of freeing his friends who were captured by Sabrina, but Haunter decided to goof off instead. Eventually, end of Haunter versus Kadabra. Haunter helps Ash succeed his endeavor. Okay, it doesn't say what I was wondering. But yeah, that's kind of... I don't know.
Haunter is definitely the goofiest out of those main ghost types.
Yeah.
Because he has that, like, doesn't he have the whole animation with the tongue that he sticks out? And he gives me the vibe from some of the ghosts from, like, Luigi's Mansion.
Mario. Yeah, because in the show, I don't remember a lot of the episodes of Haunter. I just remember getting him in the game and enjoyed playing as him or having him in my party. But it was definitely one of those things where in the show, I do remember the parts where I think he was also another Pokemon that didn't like being in the Pokeball. Mm-hmm. And I think he just got written out because the animators just wanted to stop animating another thing on screen. But yeah, there was just times like he would sometimes be walking with them, and then sometimes he would be invisible. He's still out there. Like, yeah, we don't know where he is. And then Ash would be like, oh man, we gotta do this attack. And then like Haunter just be like, sup, and just lick his face. And it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing, guy? So yeah, it's but I do like Haunter though. I do think he's definitely one of those few that you have to trade with somebody to get the final evolution of it, which I hate because I'm like, but I want it back. That's mine. But then when you switch them, it's like it no longer says that it's yours, even though it was yours to begin with, if I'm remembering correctly.
I didn't trade that often with friends, so I don't recall how the system was. I remember us all owning the cable that you needed, and I recall the animation of like transferring them over to each other. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, it's I don't know. It's just I do enjoy the ghost types because generally they're harder to hit because you can't use normal moves. They're super strong in the early areas, which I guess that's why they don't give it to you. And then yeah, however, if you get one of the weaknesses, they're just gone. but it's that other side of it that I enjoy poison type as well, which is like non-ironically, I like Trubbish, the trash Pokemon.
No, from the newer generations.
Yeah. I took him until I stopped playing. I never beat a Pokemon game, but that trash boy sat next to my ice cream on a lot.
Yeah, I remember getting curious about Pokemon again around that generation, and I picked up a book while in a GameStop. You know how they have basically the encyclopedias where they go over all the types
Yeah.
for you. And I was just skimming through, and I was like, this is just Magnemite but ice cream. This is just Magnemite but trash bags. This is a
Hmm.
man who's literally chopping down a tree.
Yeah. This one is a construction worker holding a steel girder. Like, I do think that it has come back around a little bit where I think they've gotten back into that kind of creative idea again. But you could tell there was definitely a few seasons where we're like, yeah, we're running out of ideas
We
for
just need to keep
designs.
throwing Pokemon into this.
Yeah. Um, so, but yeah, Haunter is definitely one of my favorites. Yeah, so it was Sandshrew and Haunter. Maybe at the end of this, we can say, like, out of their first 152, is it 52 or 51? I don't know how many of
It
the
depends if you want to count Mewtwo, because he's not catchable.
he man-made. Eh, it doesn't bother me. But, like, what, I don't know if you can do this. Like, if you couldn't, like, make your own top 6 team, or, like, what,
Off the
like,
top of my
your first.
head, oh boy. But yeah,
Yeah,
with Mew it's 151. Mewtwo would make it 152, but I don't think Mewtwo is like obtainable in any of the games. I think in theory Mew is.
Mew is, you can
Yeah,
Mew, like, if you're lucky, you can get it generally pretty early.
I never got it
I don't
early.
remember.
I don't think I ever got a Mew in any of my playthroughs. I remember that what is it? There was the unknown in the original games.
Yeah.
The glitch.
So, but yeah, I don't know. We can think about it a little bit. Maybe by the end of the episode, if we can think, maybe we'll just bring up the list and just kind of scroll through and be like, because it sounds like we're already going to have two. So we would just
Two
have to
out
think
of
of,
the six, yeah. Yeah, sorry. I realize I said unknown. Missing number is the correct term because there are unknown in the later versions and later movies. I do remember that movie where it's literally just hieroglyphics come to life, whatever.
mhm. All right. So, and then I guess we can also throw in one of the starters. So there we go. That limits down one of the choices. If we were gonna go by the game, and now we'll just say whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see how long we are at the end of this. So,
But yeah, so my favorite, which I actually did see come into chat, is Dragonite. He is a big old lovable dragon boy. He is basically a large sky puppy. All he wants are friends. They are an endangered species, but they are also equivalent to the size of Godzilla. If you've ever watched the anime episode where they introduce Dragonite, it's the one where it's like him making sad noises off the coast, and Bill is in his Kabuto costume trying to be undercover and be like, hey, I'm just a Pokemon. Don't run away from me, Dragonite. I'm not another person here to hurt you. And yeah, I think if I remember correctly, they're on a shoreline and they hear like really sad noises that kind of sound like sad whale noises. And they run into Bill, the Pokemon researcher. And he's in the Kabuto costume and he can't get out of it, and it's a whole ordeal. But then nightfall comes and you get the shadow of this large dragon silhouette coming up on the shoreline making sad noises, and he's like, that's the Pokemon. But Team Rocket, being, you know, the villains that they are, decide to shoot giant rockets at this poor sad dragon, to which it goes into a rage mode and destroys the lighthouse where they shot the rockets from, and then disappears back into the ocean. So not only is he adorable, but he's like, no, don't touch me. Leave me alone. I'm lonely. I'm endangered. I have no more friends. Please don't bully me. And I can relate so much.
you're endangered.
I think there's only one hop that exists, so
Don't break it. Don't tell her.
are there clones of me somewhere out there?
Oh, I was about to make a joke and I realized, oh, that's a big old spoiler. But it's a movie that you watched recently that we talked about in the
Oh.
last like month or two.
Yes, yes. I recall movie. And The other thing that I, in a little bit of my research, found out as a fun fact, this giant dragon with tiny wings is supposedly able to fly at the speed of sound.
What?
According to the Bulbapedia, I checked. Because I remember in the movie, he's like a mail delivery guy. He's the one that gives them the invitation to the tournament in the very beginning of the movie.
So they're just super. They're super rare because they're the mailmen.
They're the mailman. Yeah, let me see if I think I have the wiki up still. Yeah, despite its bulky build, Dragonite is capable of flying faster than the speed of sound. It can circle the globe in 16 hours, traveling roughly 1,556 miles per hour, or about 3 times the speed of an average airplane.
Okay, so hold on. It could travel around the world in 16 hours.
It's faster than the speed of sound, sorry.
So 16 hours around the world. I'm trying to figure out. We could probably math how big this world is.
Well, they're comparing it to the normal globe, because they're also comparing it to the speed of an average airplane. They're not comparing it to Pokemon World. Yeah, it says also Dragonite is very rare in the wild, typically living near the sea. And some think that it lives in an island in the ocean by itself. I don't know. Dragonite, it's very cute. It's very large, and I could also use it as transportation. I can't remember if you can teach them fly. I feel like you should be able to.
You just said it flies. It shouldn't have to learn it.
Well, no, I mean in the games, and because I've seen people. Technically, I think you can teach Scythe how to fly, but riding a Scythe seems very uncomfortable and very unreasonable.
It holds on very tight.
Also, can you technically ride a Pidgey in the games?
Is Pidgey the final evolution?
No, Pidgey's the first one.
What you need to do is just get 2 and hold on to their things and just like, let's go, and like, eyes are bulging out of their head.
Yeah, but okay, I imagine it can learn fly, but the idea of riding on one, I imagine instead of riding on its back because his wings are so small, he's probably just holding you because he's very large.
Well, you said it's the size of Godzilla.
Well, it acts like Godzilla, but it is in some episodes taller. It's standing in the ocean and taller than a lighthouse, but in the movie is not that much bigger than Ash. So I don't know if that was a baby Dragonite that delivered the mail, or if they just decided to forget sizing, which is also very possible.
It was perspective.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I was trying to find the list of Gen 1 Pokemon so I could look it up. I know it's near the bottom because I was looking at this list. It was a very terrible list.
It's probably ordered by their Pokemon numbers.
Yeah, it wasn't. There you go. Take me to the Wikipedia list of Pokemon.
Yeah, they did love their giant Pokemon, and then in the newer series, they decided to take your giant Pokemon and make them even more giant. I don't understand the mechanics of having, was it Gigantamax? Is that the phrase they use in the newest Pokemon for making them even bigger on the fields?
Steroids. Growth formula. Wait a second. How come it turns from a noodle into an arms?
So if you understand anything about Japanese lore, they believe...
Oh, wait, I did read this. But go ahead, finish your thing.
With Japanese lore, they do believe dragons come from the sea. So, like, they think a seahorse is a baby dragon. Things like that.
Horsia is a really cool Pokemon. Anyway.
Horsia is a really cool Pokemon. And what's the evolved form? Seaking? Or no, Seaking is the Goldeen evolved form.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like... It's a seahorse with more spikes. Trying to find lore on this creature. A mythical fire-breathing dragon. Is it mythical if it's in your world?
If you've seen it. Yeah, I feel like the legendary Pokemon you can call mythical because only the coolest people get to see them.
I think so.
I
I
forget
don't
what
know.
the criteria it is until you can actually find a legendary Pokemon. I just remember in the games you just end up eventually finding where they live and decide to
Uh,
capture them because, must have legendary. Can't let it live out its life.
I'm reading this. Like, it's just the Pokédex entries.
Mm-hmm.
So in the red versus blue, I wonder if I can do my best
Computer voice.
Pokédex voice. An extremely rarely seen marine Pokemon. Its intelligence is said to match that of humans. That's all it says. Let's see. So that was in the first one. And the last one, oh wait, that's Let Go Pikachu. Ultra Moon. um Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. They have two different ones. It says it flies over raging seas as they were nothing. Observing this, a ship's captain dubbed this Pokemon the Sea Incarnate. That's in Ultra Sun. In Ultra Moon, it says you'll often hear tales of this kind-hearted Pokemon rescuing people or Pokemon that are drowning. Way two different descriptions of this cartoon mon. One is like sea boat people are like, this thing destroys our livelihoods and our boats, and the other one's just like, it saves me from the death waters.
Yeah, the Bulbapedia does mention that like there are tales of them saving people from drowning, but
And then the other side is, it's the one that holds us under.
they're probably the ones that are trying to beat it up. Like in the anime, they shot rockets at it, and he was like, no, you don't get to just shoot rockets at me," and then destroys the lighthouse. They're probably like, "Harpoon it." And he's like, no.
No, no, no. Oh man. So, oh yeah, I just found it can circle the globe in 16 hours. It's a kind-hearted Pokemon that leads lost and foundering ships in a storm to safety. Okay, there is misinformation, and does it help? Does it
hurt?
destroy?
No, I think
That
it's...
one's an emerald. Hold on, I'm gonna keep. Oh, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I think it's what I was saying, where it's one of those, if you mess with it, it will ruin your day. But if you just let it be its thing, it's like, I shouldn't just let you die here.
Incur the wrath of this normally calm Pokemon at your peril, because it will smash everything to smithereens before it is satisfied. This just sounds like a Pokemon that has anger issues.
I don't think you can call it anger issues if
it says that it has the intelligence of a human, so it knows what it's doing.
I think
it's a toddler. It's a level 55 toddler that shoots lasers.
If someone came up to me and stabbed me, I wouldn't go, "Oh, okay, buddy, I deserved it." I'd be like, "I am so mad at you. Why did you do this? This is not fair."
Have you been stabbed?
I have not been stabbed, but
well, then how do you know?
I have had people incur my wrath, to which I don't destroy things physically, but I will yell.
This is going to be another out of context clip you're going to take. I can see it already. Oh, man. Oh, I don't want to cut you off. Or is there anything else you want to share about the Toonmon?
No, I think you're just giving him a bad representation. You're just like, he has anger
Fine,
issues.
you know what? I'll do it about my favorite one, too. Where's Haunter on this stinking list? We'll see. What's it say? This is how the whole podcast falls apart, guys. No, there's no podcast next week.
No, I just think it's like an unfair representation to say he has anger issues. It's like, he's angry when provoked. I think everyone's angry when provoked.
This is a really lame description.
Oh no, what'd you
for
find?
Haunter. Hey, because this is for Haunter for everyone. In Red versus Blue, because of his ability to slip through block walls, it's said to be from another dimension.
It is a ghost.
Oh, in Yellow, it says by licking, it saps the victim's life. It causes shaking. It won't stop until the victim's demise. So everyone thought Haunter was being all jokey and everything. It was actually like vampiric touch ash. No wonder. No, wait. When did the Pokemon movie come out?
2000?
It's good enough to spoil.
Is 2000 the second one?
I don't know.
Because 2000 is in the title of one of them.
I think 2000. I don't know. Whatever the one he faces Mewtwo. Oh, hey, Haunter's in Sword and Shield. Guess who wasn't in Sword and Shield? Toonmon, because he was angry.
You can't even give him the decency of calling him by his name. I'm offended. I've never been so offended in my life.
Uh, whoa, hold on. Haunter just got big lore change, which I guess makes sense. Its tongue is made of gas. If licks the victim, okay, it's the same thing. Starts shaking constantly until death eventually comes. And shield, that was a sword. And shield, it says if you get the feeling of being watched in darkness and no one's around, Haunter's there. See, it's just watching to make sure you get home safe.
Everything you've told me is that Haunter licks people to death.
That's all it says.
That's all I've heard you say in various forms, and you want
Pretty
to
much.
come at
Yep.
me about
Oh,
my favorite.
there it is. It's also an Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The last line is Pokemon will try to lick you with its tongue and steal your life away. Steal my life away. Boom, boom, boom.
Dragonite has a cause for his anger, and Haunter's just like, oh, you're alive? I need to remove it.
Maybe. Okay, here's we go. Like just how there's like off lore of Star Wars. Maybe Haunter is the souls of Dragonites or is it Dragon? I say the right name?
Yes.
Is it Dragonair?
Dragonair is the beginning, the first one.
Yeah, and it's actually friends with Dragonair. I wasn't even trying to do that. Dragon Knight, and it's like, hey, buddy, you have a rep. I'm already dead. I got this, and goes and is just like, who's giving you trouble? And just starts licking everybody. There's alternative lore. Game Freak, feel free to use that. Just let us know at Pointless Discourse at Twitter. Pointless Disco.
As a child, I never realized kind of how silly their game company name was. And now as an adult hearing it, I'm like, oh right, they're just Game Freak.
Yep. Weirdos. Hey, before I incur the wrath of Hop by stabbing her number one.
This is the first time you've ever told me my number one is trash, so.
I didn't say it was trash. I just said the lore is funny.
No, you said he has anger issues.
Oh, yeah,
that's
I
why
guess
he's not allowed in new games.
Well, we'll see what happens in the next one. He shows up. Hold on, is he in more than mine? I'll bring this list back up. How many? Oh, what? Okay, Dragonair. I'm not even trying to do that. Dragonite is in. Oh my goodness, he's a chunk. Sorry, that's not what I was looking for.
Did you never look up pictures while you're looking up the info?
No. I looked up his actual weight.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
463 pounds.
That's why I said I don't know why he's able to fly faster than the speed of light with those
like
tiny
a whale.
Wings. Yeah, he's got tiny wings and he's a big old boy. He's like Godzilla. He's a big flying puppy.
Okay, so according to this, okay, so he's through 1 through 8. Because I feel like there was games Haunter wasn't in.
I've actually never paid attention that some Pokemon just don't make it in. I just assumed that they put in the new generations and we're like,
oh, never mind. It says it's.
And we'll put in the mascots.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Now I'm curious. What does it say? Okay, hold on. Now I feel like I need to do justice for the other two. Where's Lapras?
Yeah, Lapras I think is more of like an icon than necessarily like I don't think I've ever had Lapras on my actual Pokemon party.
Okay, so in Red versus Blue, it says a Pokemon that has been overhauled almost to extinction, and it can ferry people across the water. Wasn't Dragonite almost dead? Or
I said Lapras was hunted to almost extinction. I said
I'm seeing a pattern.
I said it makes me sad that the Lapras is just so nice it will befall the same fate as the Dodo.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at. Okay, so it's in the Sword and Shield. Okay, I'll read the Sword and Shield things where it says a smart and kind-hearted Pokemon. This is for Sword. It glides across the surface of the sea with beautiful song and echoes. While its beautiful song echoes around it. And in Shield it says crossing icy seas is no issue for this cold resistant Pokemon. Its smooth skin is a little cool to the touch. And then it has Gigantamax, where Shield it says over 5,000 people can ride on its shell at once.
Yeah, I was
Like,
asking about that. I don't know what Gigantamax is. Is that the thing that they do to make them just ultra big temporarily
I guess
in the new
so.
games? Because I wasn't
Yeah.
going to go into that because that has nothing to do with a first gen.
Yeah. All right, and now I gotta find Sandshrew. It's just, I do like the idea of them like, okay, we made this one big. How many people can we get on it?
Why do they need boats if they can make it Gigantamaxed? 5,000
Exactly.
people?
Imagine how big Gigantamax Dragonite would be.
Basically an airplane. He can
Oh
fly
wait,
faster than an airplane.
I need to clarify. I wasn't making this as a joke because I realized, oh wait, he's not in Sword and Shield. But that wasn't the joke I was making. Like, I was just, it was a legitimate question. That's why he wasn't in there. He was too
He's
big.
already too thick. They can't
He's
make him any thicker.
too much. Where the heck is Sandshrew on
Are
this
whale
list?
lords in Sword and Shield? Can you Gigantamax a whale lord? Because isn't
Oh,
a whale
man.
lord like...
That's just called instant death. It just rolls over. But you can make what's his face? I think the fat sleepy one, Snorlax.
Snorlax? You can... I think whale lord's bigger than Snorlax though.
Yeah.
At least the memes I've seen were, I forget which version of Pokemon. Was it X and Y where you could have two Pokemon out at once for like dual battles? And I saw people fight two Wailords versus two Wailords, and it just took up the entire like DS screen.
I like the Wailord's face. They're just like full derp.
Yeah, it's basically like real whales if they didn't have a mouth to close on the baleen teeth.
Yeah, they just have to smile. I found Sandshrew. In Red vs. Blue, it says burrows deep underground in arid locations far from water. It emerges only to hunt food.
Same.
And then apparently that has different things in the Alolan, whatever the new one is. But in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it says so for Ultra Sun, it lives in areas with limited rainfall. When danger approaches, it curls up into a ball to protect its soft stomach. And Ultra Moon, it says, when its skin gets wrinkled with moisture, it heads for a volcano. It lies flat on a spot with a lot of geothermal heat and dries itself out.
That is the most extreme thing I've ever heard. Oh no, I got wet. I must go to the volcano.
Sandshrew is so extra. The most extra of all Pokemon. Okay, now we just took up a whole lot of time. So, okay, going into our worst. Okay, my worst has nothing to do with the show. It's literally all function for these Pokemon. And I kind of cheated. I put two in my second worst one, but they're essentially kind of the same thing. And it's Metapod and Kakuna.
Yeah, they are functionally the same.
They are functionally the same. They're cocoons. And it makes no sense. Like, it always confused me why seeing Kakunas and Metapods like in the show, why they were such a threat, because they would walk through the forest and then they would just come down. But in the game, they come down. What do? Harden. It's just like, what you just throw it out there at the beginning and then take it back, and like, oh no, they can't move from what I can imagine. So it's just like, they're like, Metapod, use tackle, and then like I just imagine the trainer walks up, picks it up, and just throws it at the other Pokemon.
Because he can't move. Yeah, like the weird thing when it comes to those two is just, if I remember correctly, Pokemon was inspired from the creators' bug catching days. So I wonder if he just felt obligated to have them. Because I would not, as a kid, have been mad if we could have skipped those cocooning phases and just gotten a butterfly. We've all read The Very Hungry Caterpillar. We know what happens in between.
And yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, so what do I do with this now? Like, it's not like it has to sit there very long. until it evolves, but it's still like it's just there until you can get Butterfree and or bee butt. I forgot its name.
Bee drill, because he's
Bee
got
drill.
bee drills for hands and is also a bee.
Yeah, that seems like that would be way more scary to see come out of the trees than a stinking cocoon.
Just angry-eyed cocoon.
Yeah. And so it's it's definitely one of those things where I'm like, okay, it is what it is, but um yeah, it reminds me a lot of the old school Megatron, because in the 80s, okay, so I'm going to another animation property here, Transformers. The villain of that show was Megatron. And in the original show, Megatron didn't transform into a tank or I'm trying to remember what he transforms into in like the movies. But he doesn't transform into like a mobile thing. He transforms into a gun and literally has to be picked up by another Autobot or Decepticon and shot.
So if he
And
was
so it's
all
just
by himself, he would just be laying on the ground.
yeah, no, it shows. It's just like doo, 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 poof, it just falls over. And it's just like yeah, just like I can imagine now. I did not think this through. Starscream, pick me up. and, and just that's what I imagine right now. Is just like the Pokemon trainers are just like go Metapod. Just falls over.
It's effectively more like a pinata for other Pokemon than it is an actual useful Pokemon.
Yeah, its eyes are just getting bigger and bigger as like whatever, what a Rattata or whatever Pokemon's coming up, just like I won't eat you. It's like no. So yeah, I'm not even gonna look up the stats on it because I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, that'd be a waste of time. I honestly just forgot about them because I can see it definitely more as a kid. You're excited because you're like, all right, Caterpie, what do you evolve into? Oh, you're just
A mobile coffin.
one day. I guess I hope you're cool.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say about those two.
That's completely fair. So mine is my bottom two are more about looks than anything else. I
They're ugly.
In theory, I think I could find utility for most of them. Metapod was useless if you caught it as a Metapod. Same with Cocoon, I agree, because they don't even know tackle if you catch them in that state. You're better off getting a Caterpie or a Weevil and then evolving it. Then they at least have tackle, so they can at least get experience to get out of that stupid state.
Quick question though: does a Weevil have angry eyebrows?
I don't remember if it has angry eyebrows. I just remember it has the pointy
Yeah,
bit on
the
its
horn.
forehead.
I wanted to have Brock eyebrows. Like I still wanted to have the eyes, but I want like angry Brock eyebrows on them. That was it.
Yeah, my runner-up for least favorite is Tangela. Or Tangela. I don't remember the pronunciation.
The noodles.
Yeah, it's a ball of blue spaghetti with eyes and red feet. I couldn't think of a good reason why I hate it, but when I was looking at which Pokemon that I wanted to put on this list, I pulled up a poster of the original 151. I just looked at all their pictures, and I went, just scanned it to see if there was one that I was like, oh, I like this one, or oh, I don't like this one. I had a lot that were kind of, I considered putting it in my top two. Those were like Vulpix and Growlithe and Ponyta. And I was like, maybe I just like fire Pokemon that are cute. But when I looked at which ones I immediately didn't like, I don't know how to pronounce it. Do you know what the proper pronunciation is?
Let me bring it up so I can see
Tangela, because it tangles you, right? That's its major ability.
Yeah, it like grabs and grips and
Tangela. Yeah, so that's how I'll say it. But I decided to look it up on the Bulbapedia of its physiology so I could actually understand what is this, because it can't be spaghetti. It shouldn't be spaghetti.
What number is it?
It is number 114.
I passed it. Okay, sorry.
So, according to the Bulbapedia, it is, and I quote, covered by blue, seaweed-like vines that obscure its face. There's a small opening in the vines that reveals its eyes surrounded by a black space. The vines give Tangela a round shape, but it is unknown what it looks like without them. Its vines are covered in fine hair and are always growing. If damaged or lost, replacements are grown. There's a pair of red-like boots, blah blah blah, but no visible arms. The worst thing that scared me is it can ensnare and entangle anything that moves too close to it with its vines. The vines constantly jiggle and sway, unnerving enemies and causing a tickling sensation if ensnared. That is the most uncomfortable way to die. You're tickled to death. You're tickled to death.
And it's just like, you can't tell because it's just eyes. Like, is it like, I'm so sorry? Or like, yes.
This is what I was meant to do.
This is what I created for.
Yeah, the idea that I didn't even realize, I don't know if it's animated in the show, but I didn't realize the vines are constantly jiggling and moving.
Was it even put in the show all that often?
He must have made an appearance a couple of times.
Awesome. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like every Pokemon, whether like having an episode to him, has been present in some way in the show, in the manga.
Mm-hmm. Looking at this thing, I'm just wondering if you cut off all the vines, if it looks like Kirby.
It does have the feet, or at least the shoes, depending on which lore of Kirby you believe in.
What if it's shaved and like just what we thought were the eyes were actually the skin color, and it's just in shadows, and like those tiny little dots are actually its eyes. It's just white with these just tiny little dots.
I was gonna say, it would be funny if it just looked like Marvin the Martian underneath, kind of thing.
Oh man, yeah. It's Oh, I know what like. There's a reason that this thing, like, slightly, like, I gave a reaction. It has abilities, which it has two different abilities it can get. Its second one is Leaf Guard. Its first one is Chlorophyll, which I think is the one, like, the knockout gas.
Yeah, that like the Oddish's evolved form gets Gloom.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, old noodle hands with the knockout gas as a special ability. Yeah, no, I'm good. But it does have an evolution, but it's not in the first original one.
Oh, okay, it gets evolution later.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm skimming through the different Pokédexes. All of them seem to be, I basically covered it. I guess the Bulbapedia like writes a paragraph that contains all of these, but where is it? The big thing that they seem to emphasize in like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, their Pokédex says Tangela's vines snap off easily if they are grabbed. This happens without pain, allowing it to make a quick getaway. The lost vines are replaced by newly grown vines the very next day. So if these things are not painful to it, what are these? Is it living hair that has no nerves in it?
Hair hurts if you get it pulled out.
But if you cut hair, because it says that they snap off easily. Not that you like pull them out, but like it can break easily and it can make a getaway.
Like an uncooked noodle.
I hope they don't make that noise when they snap off. That ugh.
What if it's like the noise is actually, it's screaming, but it sounds like a scream, just like ah, like a Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, and other Pokédex entries say that like the vines grow its whole life.
Is that how it evolves? It's a one that never had its vines cut, and so it's just a ball of vines.
What does the evolved form look like? I'm gonna have to look
It's
it
just
up.
a fatter version.
It's just thicker.
Yeah. Like its body grows, so you can see its legs.
They really just named it a tan growth. That's the creative naming scheme that they've come up with.
Look, not all names can get the creative justice as I forgot what the garbage Pokemon was called.
It's not just Trash Man?
No, it's like Oh man, I said it earlier today too. Oh well.
Yeah, it does just look like it grew too many noodles and it just whooped. Yeah, so that's my runner up for least favorite.
All right. My top one that I hate, and yes, I am going to use the word hate because it makes traversing through a specific area very, very annoying. Because there's one part in most every Pokemon game that you have to do to get to the next city, and that is go through the caves.
Oh,
And in
oh,
the first one,
can I take a guess?
as you go through the caves,
Can I take
you
a
get
guess?
attacked by Zubats.
Okay. I was between Zubat and Golbat.
Yeah. Um, by the time you get to Gold Bat, I feel like you are a little bit better equipped to just plow through them. But it's like,
And you could probably also get the item that wards off Pokemon.
yeah, like when you first go in there, you're like, this is great. Like I remember like this little cart animated short where pretty much this guy's like, oh man, I got to go in the cave. This is super cool, super cool. And all of a sudden it's just like, what's that noise? And it's like the Zubat noise, and it's just like all these Zubats come, and he's like, ah, just screaming, just like. But yeah, it makes that whole section not fun when you have to take every like 3 steps you get attacked by a bat.
I think the worst part is they also wanted to force you to do puzzles. Like some of the cave systems have it where you have to push rocks in a certain way because I don't know if you remember this. Like there's slippery
Mm-hmm.
ice, and you need to put rocks so you can slip on the ice, and it's a fun puzzle, but it's not a fun puzzle when you're trying to solve it. And every 2 feet, encounter Zubat, encounter
Yeah.
Zubat.
Now it's a good, like, part of me wonders if it was a planned thing where your character, like, it's supposed to level your Pokemon for the next section, but it just becomes more of an annoyance
I think I ran
than,
away more often than I actually fought the Zubats.
yeah, yeah, because like you're like, well, now I got to leave, and for me to leave now is going to dip into resources that I want to use later, and there isn't really a lot of trainers in here, so it's not like I can make money. And so it's just like, okay, let's like hightail it out of here. But then you got to keep it, because at that point I don't think you have fly, so it's not like you can just fly back, and you don't have like the bike to make it quicker, so you got to run all the way back and then run. Which I felt like they fixed some of that in the future, but yeah, it's like that section alone. I'm just like, I don't want to face Zubats because you start like, man, this is cool. Oh man, I caught a Zubat. This is neat. Yeah. Oh, there's another Zubat. Okay. Oh no, there's another. Uh, oh. Okay. There's more. Is that a rat? No, no. That's the rat bat, the one that flies. So it's yeah, that feeling is why I just don't like Zubats, and that's all I have to say about
I
it.
can get that because you just have this memory of going into a cave system. You're like, you have that sinking feeling of, all right, it's Zubat time. Let's
Hmm.
go. I don't wanna, but I have to.
Yeah. And then it's like you go through the other section of the cave where the guy's like, my dirty hot girlfriend's on the other side of these rocks. I'm gonna like dig these rocks out. And it's like, oh, like what are you using? My fists. And it's like, wait, what? And it's just like this guy punching a rock until he gets through. And it's like, don't you have Pokemon that literally could do this?
Yeah, you don't
Like,
have a
no.
Machamp or a Machoke out here.
Yeah, and it's just like, look at me go. And it's just, and then like you come back, not like after you go beat the gym, and he's like, I made it through. Where is she? It's like, guy, you're the worst.
I can say
So,
overall, I don't remember enjoying any of the cave systems in the early parts of Pokemon games.
mhm. So yeah, they're not fun. They were a little bit better when it there was a little bit more of variety, but I always remember like even in the later Pokemon games that I played, I haven't played the most recent ones, but it always seems like in the caves there's like they uptick that random battle from like, I don't know, run around the grass for like 10 seconds to get into a battle to like 2 seconds for battle or something like that. And maybe it's just because a part of me also wonders if it's like more of a psychology thing where maybe it is the same drop rate for a random battle. It's just that you are no longer in the wild where it's like, okay, wild grass. I have to avoid that. It's a whole area.
There's no options. There is only
Yeah.
Zubats.
Yeah. There's no like place where you're like, okay, I can walk around here and just kind of recollect myself and see what's going on. It's like, no, it's a dungeon crawl.
It really is.
So, yeah. So, what's your number one worst Pokemon ever?
Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is a horrifying visage. It does not do me any favors in its utility. I don't care about psychic types, and this one's probably the creepiest of all the psychic types. Then again, there is the one that puts you to sleep and puts you in a dream state, Hypno. But I don't know, looking at Mr. Mime, I'm just like, you're kind of like a clown, you're kind of like a mime, you're kind of like a creepy. Especially the Pikachu detective version. It's very scary. But
I never watched it.
I've just seen it in commercials. I didn't watch the actual movie.
Yeah.
But taking from the Bulbapedia again, because I wanted to understand what makes me so uneasy about this Pokemon, and I quote, as it matures, it gains the ability to solidify air molecules by vibrating its fingertips. This ability allows it to create invisible objects with its gestures. It punishes those who interrupts its act or are not impressed by slapping them. It is something else.
You're not impressed? How dare you? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Mr. Mime.
I don't know if I remember anything specifically out of it from the show, but I just remember it was just like, I was looking at the poster again and I was like, oh, Mr. Mime's the number one thing I would never want to catch.
Yeah. So yeah, this also reminds me of Jinx.
Yeah, Jinx is another one that I would like catch it for the Pokédex and then release it.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, Japan, what are you doing?
Oh, I didn't realize you mentioned Sabrina before. I didn't realize she uses Mr. Mime to seal off the whole of Saffron City using light screen. This thing is absurd powerful.
Sounds like it. Oh man, okay. I gotta look at the Mr. Mime now. Okay, where is it? There's Jinx. There it is. I'm just looking at it and then just imagine voice like, hello there, boys and girls. You want to come down to Mr. Mime's Emporium? I got candy. Wiggles the fingers. You'll never leave me. Mr. Mime is the reason why none of the Pokemon were allowed to talk.
They only say their names on repeat or occasional cute noises.
There's a Mime Jr.
Why do they need evolutions of this thing? I think one is more than enough to exist in this universe.
This one isn't as creepy though. Like Mr. Mime also got the fairy subtype.
Oh, and Mr. Mime Jr. is a lot cuter.
Yeah, it's not like.
But why are its hands
Stephen King horror?
So, like, the thing about it, though, is, like, in a lot of the Pokédex things, they talk about how it specifically evolved giant hands to help it pantomime, but then they decide to make a cute version called the junior version, but he has the smallest hands. You're trying to convince me that this cute little upside-down ice cream cone with tiny blips of palms for hands evolves to grow hands the size bigger than its head. I'm now extra confused at them trying to save Mr. Mime.
I don't know.
Did you see the Pikachu detective version of Mr. Mime?
Yeah, I did.
It's no thank you.
It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Mime Jr. is quite small, but its hands compared to the rest of its body are still within proportion compared to Mr. Mime, whose hands are, yeah, about the size of its own head, if not bigger.
Yeah, I'm wondering how. Yeah,
Yeah,
close.
can I get,
I'm like, for our audio listeners, I am taking my hand and putting it up to my face. I'm like,
I'm curious now to see, can I get metrics on the size of its hands?
Can we get dimensions?
It's 4 feet tall and 120 pounds.
It's as tall as you.
It's a foot shorter, okay, and weighs the same as me.
A Galarian? Wait a second.
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
know what the Galarian thing is. I don't know if that's a thing in newer Pokemon games or that's like an alternate skin, because that one's almost creepier.
It's hand shrunk, but it looks worse.
I like the subtitle on the Bulbapedia. Mr. Mime, barrier Pokemon dancing. What does that mean? Oh yeah, it's a psychic fairy type introduced in Gen 1.
It dances and creates a physical barrier from anyone that wants to go near it.
Prior to Gen 6, it was a pure psychic type. Okay, so yeah.
Oh, chat just for some reason my chat's working really slow. Trubbish. That's the name of the trash Pokemon. I just saw it.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I never wanted Mr. Mime in my Pokemon party. It never interested me, and I don't have a good reason for disliking him other than he just needs to stop giving me that side glance in this piece of art.
Mm. Okay. Well, I don't have anything else to add. Did you think of your other 4 Pokemon that you would like to join?
Well, I did kind of list the 3 runner-ups that I liked as a kid. Ponyta, Growlithe, and there's another one that I said earlier, but I also like Vulpix.
Vulpix was one, yeah.
Okay. If I had to have them as an actual to battle with, I would pick Ninetales, the most evolved version of Growlithe. The name's escaping me right now. Arcanine.
Arcanine, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm assuming if you say like one of the original ones, like you are going to get it evolved.
Yeah.
Like you're going to.
So I liked those 3 fire types, and then I had Lapras and Dragonite, so that's 5. And then as for a starter, out of the original...
It doesn't have to be a starter. I mean, it could be really anything. But yeah, a starter. Yeah, heck with it. We'll do a starter.
It helps reduce the number that I have to think about.
Yeah. Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle. I forgot. That's what I named Squirtle when I was younger. When I got it, which makes it even funnier when it's Blastoid.
Squirts the Blastoise.
Yeah.
I think out of the 3 evolutions, I think I liked Blastoise the best growing up.
Mm-hmm.
That would get me 1 water, 2 water, 1 flying dragon type, and 4 fire. 3 fire. Very balanced, very good. Can totally beat Elite Four without changing things. Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, mine isn't going to do all that much better. So definitely Sandshrew and Haunter. And then the ones that I liked after that, I also really like Kadabra.
He is cool with a spoon.
Yeah. I really liked him. That's 3. I'm coming 2 more. I had like 2 more, and then I immediately forgot them as soon as I started talking about more. Cubone, I actually really like a lot too.
Great backstory.
Mm-hmm. Nice hat.
Oh, don't call it a hat.
And I'm just like sitting here looking through. There's ones that I like for like how they look, like just because of the joke. Like Omanite. Omanite. It's like it's number 138. It's a little like hermit crab thing. Snail.
Yeah, and then it evolves into
Omastar.
Because you get the fossils and you have to decide which fossil you pick.
Yeah, I hated the fossils.
Hated the fossils. I always picked the one that basically got me a pterodactyl.
Yeah, I didn't like it. um, but I don't know. I also really like the Growlithe. I don't know. It's a tie between Mankey and Growlithe.
Mankey scares me.
So here, I'll do this how I normally do this. Okay, and even as a Growlithe. I rolled a 17. I got Mankey.
All right, so then your top 6 again were.
Oh, I still have to choose a starter.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it's Haunter, Sandshrew, Mankey, Kadabra, and I know there's another one in there. Dump.
Well, I think you said 5. Can I not count?
Yeah.
You said so. You just need to pick your starter.
No, I said 4. Didn't I? Mankey.
Oh, Amanastar or Amanite or.
No, that one. That's the last one I was trying to figure out. Oh, Cubone. Cubone. That's what it was.
Cubone, yes.
Yeah. So Cubone, Haunter, Sandshrew, Mankey, and whatever the last one was. This is so bad. Oh, Kadabra. There we go. And then my starter. Oh man, I do like Squirtle, but I also like Charmander a lot too. I would probably go with a Squirtle as well.
Okay. Yours is much more well-rounded than mine.
Yeah, but none of them are really heavy hitters. So. All right. So, for anyone that this is also your first time here, this is when we do quizzes. Let me just check the time. We're good because we started 30 minutes after. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. This is like, we have plenty of time, even with our shenanigans.
Which quiz? I know which quiz you want to say for last.
Yeah, because we don't know how that one's going.
Yeah. So, did you want to do the which classic Pokemon are you from Playbuzz or the Play Nintendo one? Ever wonder what's your Pokemon type? I know that's not it. It's
They're both what Pokemon are you?
Yeah. So one seems a little bit more official because it's Nintendo, and the other one is it pre-BuzzFeed? Like, what is Playbuzz? Or is this like they wanted to be BuzzFeed and they're not?
I think it's I thought it was Playbuzz was a. Oh no, never mind. I think it's just BuzzFeed is already taken. I don't know. I remember getting the quiz from here. Well, here we can find this out. Let's just come on, work with me. Oh, it did. How long are both quizzes?
Is there a way for us to see? I mean, I figured we could do one. If it ends up being short, we could do the other. I just didn't know which one you want to do first.
I figured one is official. So okay, the Nintendo one is 6 questions.
It's so short.
And
how can they know what Pokemon I am from so little questions?
I'm just gonna click let's start. Should tell me how much. 10 questions. And neither one of these are very long. So I think we need to do both of these just to find out what if they line up. Let's do the Playbuzz one first, because looking at the Nintendo one, it doesn't look like it's gonna take very long to do.
Okay.
I'm just gonna open up the last quiz too.
Yep. So for the audio listeners, sorry we kind of were going back and forth on quizzes, but if you ever happen to be able to catch us live while we're streaming these, we also like to share the quizzes with our chat so that they can take the quiz and find out, what they are as well. So we're starting out with a Playbuzz quiz. Which classic Pokemon are you? Let's start.
Okay, it's posted in all the chats.
Yeah, so you went first, so I'll go first for questions.
Yes.
How do you make friends? Oh, the options
are
very easily. People like me and I like people. I'm not really one for friends. My friendship is earned, plain and simple. I don't want to say my friendships can be bought, but it totally can. I adapt to my surroundings to make people like me. It's very useful. It takes a long time, but then we're friends for life. Through love and understanding, or partying. If they can have a good time, I like them. Huh.
Is there one we met at con?
I guess mine is earned.
Part of me wants to say bought because it sounds funny. um.
That makes me think
Yeah.
of Meowth.
Yeah.
Because Meowth's
The one that-
episode is also really entertaining.
The thing is, like, the adapt to my surroundings is one that I do, but then it's like the rest of that sentence is not as good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna say earned as well. That's the one that fits the best.
Okay.
Oh man, why do I get the? Okay.
Just describe it as best as you can.
Pick your habitat. We have 8 pictures here, everybody. Our first picture is a sunset or rise with a whole bunch of, I almost said sunscreen, sunflowers just looking at you, and a tree. The second one is a daytime frozen tundra with trees and snow and ice. Third one is a desert sunrise with cactuses or cacti. I don't know what the plural of a cactus is. Oh, okay. The fourth one on here is, it says all of them depending on how I feel. The non-committal answer. The fifth picture is mountains with green grass, like it's Heidi or the Song of Music, where it's like the hills are alive with something. We got a forest in the next picture. I think this is another desert, but with no cactuses.
Yeah, I think it's just sand, only sand.
Yeah. And the last one is a city.
I think I'm gonna go for the Sound of Music looking one.
I already clicked it too.
Oh, is that what you're going with as well?
Yeah, the Sound of Music one. I used to live in a place that was like that, and it was great.
Okay.
Oh man, we're gonna get the same answer, aren't we? Right?
Introvert, extrovert, introvert.
An introvert. I am like 60 to 70% introvert on every quiz I take. Wait a second. Is it asking what type we would be? Oh, okay. Not. I was like, why would it ask? Okay, so there's a question. What Pokemon type would be? Rock. Oh my goodness! Now I have to like figure out what these all are. This one's fire, grass. Is this dark?
I think it's dark or ghost.
Ghost, dark ghost, nerd. Because there's another pic. There's 2 Pikachu pictures on here. One is a Pikachu with glasses, and one is Pikachu with a broken bottle, looking like he just cried because he stabbed Ash or something. I don't know. So nerd and sad or Meowth.
Meowth is normal type.
Normal. Why are there 2 Pikachus?
I'm not sure why there's 2 Pikachus. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna. But
Hey,
they're
Chad,
also leaving out a lot of types. Like, there's no water type.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's not even 8 options here. According to the chart that's up here. There's no fighting.
Yeah.
Of course, if you put up a fire type, there's a generally they are a fighter.
I'm gonna go normal.
Part of me really wants to go with Stabby Pikachu because he regretted, but I like this. I like the dark shadow one. It's just like, yeah.
Okay. So then, how do you spend a day off? Options: by relaxing at home and enjoying the peace and quiet, going outside and enjoying the sunshine and outdoors, by working more, you don't get anywhere by sitting around, going on an adventure, something exciting and worthwhile, and wherever life takes me that day, by socializing with my friends, or did someone say partay?
Party. You know who likes to party? Cat.
She also wanted to get married.
Yeah, she wanted to do a lot of things in that quiz. Oh, I love that quiz so much.
Spending my day off is relaxing at home and enjoying the peace and quiet.
I honestly think for me it's working more because
All the projects.
okay, guys whoever streamed or never did like any YouTube stuff, that is considered work. There's a lot of stuff, even though you might just, I have to choose work. I don't sit still well. Oh, good. I finally have one with words. Pick a word to describe yourself. Insightful, empathetic, popular, intelligent, powerful, adaptable, stubborn, quiet.
I'm gonna go.
Some of these makes it sound really bad. Oh, I forgot about the Polygon Pokemon. Was that even in the show?
Porygon? Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a special episode in Japan that wasn't aired in the US or something, supposedly for epilepsy purposes.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Man, I want to watch it.
I'm gonna go with stubborn for myself.
I'm going to say adaptable.
Okay. Why would you battle another Pokemon? Because I am superior and will win. To see where it would take me next on my adventure. Because my trainer asked me to. To meet new people and Pokemon. For the fun and thrill of it all. For the prize money. To save my loved ones. Or for the experience and advancement.
So as soon as you said this question, without reading the answers, my brain was like, because I'm going to win. And then I saw that's the first option. And I'm like, I have to choose it now.
For the experience and advancement, I guess, for me.
Oh my goodness, I love this picture. I want one of these things.
These costumes.
Yes.
The giant Pikachu dancing costumes.
Mm-hmm. What is your weakness? Others' ignorance, loneliness, change, darkness, closed-mindedness, dullness, poverty, failure. Look here, Quiz. I wasn't ready to look into the deep recesses of my soul and bear them out on a podcast, but I guess we are right now.
I'm tied between others' ignorance and closed-mindedness, but they kind of are like, they tend to go hand in hand. I don't know which one I dislike more.
Are you going to say, well, closed-mindedness towards your Dragonite?
I'll just put this out there. Streamer Twitter has me feeling real tired at the end of the day. It's my kryptonite. I guess.
Superman. Yeah, I'm not even getting to that.
Yeah, I'm going closed-mindedness.
I don't know. I'm gonna say dullness.
Or is it saying my personal weakness and not something I just dislike? Oh, I missed it. I clicked it. Yeah, already. Let's move on.
No, because I did it the same way you said. Like,
pick a Super Mario character.
Whoa, this is my turn. Oh wait, no, it's your turn. I don't know. Who read the last one? What's the last?
You read the last one.
I want to read another one. No,
I have pictures now. Where you?
Oh yeah, it's odds. Even. Yeah, yes. I could look at the number. You had odds. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because I started first. So pick a Super Mario character. Just the mushroom that you would use to grow bigger. Well, no, that's a different one. What's the blue one?
Oh no, I'll look it up real quick.
The red one makes you grow bigger.
Yeah.
Anyway, just the mushroom that Mario can ingest. Oh, blue mushroom is small. Okay. Luigi, Yoshi, Wario, Toad, Bowser, Mario, or Peach? Honestly, whenever I play like Mario Party, I always pick Toad. So I'm gonna just pick Toad.
I just wanted to do Toad's voice like, hello! Sorry, everyone's ears. I don't know how loud that was in the mic. Oh, man. I don't know. I like Wario. Yeah. I also like Bowser in Odyssey. Dang it. Where he has the suit and the combed hair. Looks all fancy.
There was no Waluigi to pick, though.
Yeah.
Waluigi.
He's not canon. And then it says, choose your spirit animal. We have parrots, big beak bird with little beak bird. You should have had this one. You're the animal expert. We have lion. Pumbaa's in there?
Oh, I thought you were going left to right, not up and down. Not
I am
Pumbaa,
going left to right.
But a puma, like a mountain lion.
Oh. I thought that was a lion. Okay, a mountain lion, gazelle, actual lions. They look so happy with each other.
Yeah, they got a little family.
Bear, elephants, and, and blue parrots.
Yeah, I forget. One of them's macaws, and the other one's a different kind of parrot. I don't remember off the top of my head.
We got red parrots and blue parrots.
Uh, which one's my spirit animal?
How come the fox wasn't in there? I feel like that's everyone's. Like, you got the nine
I would
tails.
be the raccoon. Trash. Trash panda. I guess the fox is kind of in the one with the mountain lion, and that's the closest to getting to the raccoon, so I'm going to pick that one, because I don't necessarily see myself in any of these other animals. Especially two versions of parrots.
You figure they could have chose something that was clear which one was which. I won't choose the bear.
Alright, I'll start off with my answer. I got Charizard. I am apparently powerful and brave. I am a champion of both fire and sky. Few attempt to challenge my commanding presence, as I tend to be the most intimidating individual in a group. Having experienced more hardships than most, I've reached my full potential not only through perseverance, but through true hard work and grit. The fire of life burns strong within my seasoned heart. That is the... Nope, that's not me.
At least yours sounds good.
Oh boy, what did you get?
Got Meowth. Meowth. Intelligent and materialistic, you're full of ambition and your desire for wealth, whether that be money or knowledge. If you've been a step ahead of your peers your whole life, and things tend to work in your favor simply because you have the ability to make things happen. Yet if you ever have a weakness, it's your penchant, penchant, I think that's the right word, for shiny things and overwhelming desire to have them all. Gotta spend it all.
I like how they twisted the phrase. It looks like two people in chat got Ivysaur, which makes them honest and naturalistic. You are a truly humble soul with a real appreciation for nature and the outdoors. Your open mind soaks in the world around you like a sponge, and you tend to be very empathetic and understanding. You've grown up fast your whole life and recognize that there's still more growing to do. Now go soak up some sunlight and razor leaf your way into the horizon. Someone put real thought into these descriptions. Alright, so that's one quiz. So do you want to take the Nintendo one now?
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. It's only 6 questions. All right, so Meowth, we have to remember.
And I was Charizard, apparently.
All right.
So you can go first.
Hey. Whoa. Okay. You send a postcard to a friend. What exciting news do you have to share? I won a contest. I visited a neat museum. I explored a new trail. I made a new friend. I took a spa today. Oh, I took a spa day.
I stole the spa.
Yes, it's mine now.
I visited a museum.
Oh, man. I wouldn't tell anyone that I made a new friend. It sounds so sad.
You write your friend, you're getting replaced. I made a new friend today.
That's why I'm sending you a postcard and not an actual letter. Which in this picture, Squirtle is super, super hype because he has a letter. But yeah, I would send a postcard saying I won a contest, but oh man, it sounds very close to the dumb Meowth one now.
Alright, so what do you value most? Adventure, relaxation, knowledge, friends and family, or competition?
Knowledge.
That's my answer.
Knowledge. And that's kind of what, oh my goodness. Where would you go for your dream vacation? A historical site, hot springs, theme park, oceanside, big old fancy garden. Man, I can't read.
Botanical
So, gardens.
I can go to a botanical garden when I want. There's one within like an hour of me that I like going to. Theme park, there's also some relatively close to me. The oceanside's also relatively close to me.
She lives in a utopia. I thought when you were going to say, I could go to a garden. It's like in the next room and open up your plant closet.
Well, one, you can't keep plants in a closet. They won't be happy there unless you've got a bunch of lighting. But I'm going to go with hot springs because I have been to hot springs before and they are very nice.
I've never been to one, but I immediately forgot that hot springs was one of the answers. I'm gonna choose Oceanside.
Okay. So this is me, right?
Yes.
How would your friends describe you? Friendly, passionate, resourceful, adventurous, or cool? I think others would describe me out of these res- resourceful.
Um, Probably passionate. I don't know. I don't talk to my friends unless it's in pre-recorded or recorded sections on the internet. What is your favorite snack? Sour gummies. Yum. Chips and salsa. I like it spicy. I don't know why, but when I'm reading these, I want to go into like a Zap Brannigan voice.
There's no champagne.
Blueberries, nature's candy. Smoothies, keep it cool. Oh well, this last one's a terrible snack, so I'm just not even gonna read it. Um, Chocolate chip cookies, a classic snack.
A lot of people put cookies as a snack, and I don't see it as a snack. But out of these, I do like blueberries and sour gummies and chips and salsa a lot. But I'm trying to decide which one I'd probably eat more of if put in front of me.
I like blueberries if they're mixed with something more, like blueberry muffin or
Oh, I
like
could just eat the berries as they are.
I sometimes I do, but I feel like you can get your blueberries in a smoothie.
You can.
I'm choosing chips. I eat chips a lot.
Alright, I'm going sour gummies. Okay,
Yeah.
what's one thing you can't leave the house without? My glasses, my smile, my backpack, my headphones, or my sneakers? My
One
sneakers?
one of these is a literal medical condition. I'm wearing them now.
Well, you know your option. You know what it is.
Yeah, but I don't leave without my sneakers either. But I had to choose glasses. I like it's against the law for me to drive if I don't have my
You
glasses.
could walk.
Who's gonna walk?
Alright, you can go ahead with what you got.
I got fire type. It says hot, hot, hot. You're passionate, determined, and spicy. And because I chose spicy chips. Anyway, oh, this is for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That was a game. Uh, in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX game, there's a chance that you might wake up as a fire type Pokemon like Torchic, Cyndaquil, or Charmander. Yeah.
And
What
I
are
got
yours?
the opposite. I'm a grass type. Congratulations, you're smart, resourceful, and at one with nature. In the insert game free promo here, there's a chance you might wake up as a grass type Pokemon like Trico, Bulbasaur, or Chikorita. So these two quizzes did not line up. Because I
Yeah,
got a
because I
fire
got
type and you got a normal type before this.
yeah. Is there? I want to see the rest of the options on here. Okay. Normal type. Wonderful. You're friendly, skillful, and well-rounded. In the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX game, you might wake up with a chance as a normal type Pokemon like Meowth, Eevee, or what the heck is a Skitty?
Skitty is a pink cat.
Skitty better not be doing that in the house. It's got a loader box for a reason.
I do like Eevee. Eevee is a very versatile Pokemon. But onto the one that DPayne is most excited to take.
Yes. Okay. So we found this one on the same site that we found Cat. And the reason why I wanted to do this is that in the description of this one, it says there's 152 results, which means it's every single Pokemon from Gen 1. It continues. I did not enjoy making this quiz, so do not ask me to make another gen of Pokemon. All the results are official Pokédex entries for each Pokemon. Let's see what you get. The fact that this person said they hated making this quiz is great. More suffering, please. And it's only 6 questions. In 6 questions, we're going to find out. Like, I could understand 6 questions to find out what Pokemon we are. I forgot who started the last one. I did. So go ahead.
Okay. So what?
Wait,
You did. You
Yeah.
started the last one.
Yes. So you get to start this one.
What mythical creature would you like to be? A siren that uses its hypnotic voice on its enemies. That's a jinx, isn't it? A giant with the strength to move mountains. A fierce dragon that breathes fire. None of these / something else. Or an elf that uses the power of nature to fight.
I don't like any. I'm glad he said none of these. I don't like any of them. Of course, the hypnotic voice would be really fun for streaming.
I do like being a druid, so I'll be a druid. Power of nature to fight.
Dude, we have to do one for classes of D&D. I chose none of these. I don't know. I don't like any of them. Okay. When fighting, which would you use the most? Offense, defense, strategy, speed? I don't know. For me, there's no question. It's offense.
Strategy. For me. So, which best describes you? Fun / playful, mysterious / misunderstood, attractive, tough / fierce, or rebellious / oddball?
Don't know.
These are so vague. I guess I'm gonna go with mysterious / misunderstood.
I'm going rebellious. More the oddball. I'm looking more at the oddball for that one. How sneaky or mischievous are you? I'm just moving on. I like to cause a bit of mischief, as long as it's in good fun and no one gets hurt. I just like to mess with people. Sometimes. That was a bad break in the sentence. But maybe not all the time. I'm always getting into trouble for my shenanigans I pull. I cause lots of trouble and mischief. I'd get in trouble for it if they ever caught me, but that's never going to happen. I'm too clever for them. And I feel like the person has to like put their hand and like the Nike symbol, put it on their chin, and then you get like the anime like ding, twinkle in their eye. I'm extremely innocent. I really pull pranks on people. I'm pretty mature, or how you would probably pronounce that, mature. Maybe I'll play a joke on someone every once in a while, but it's not something I want to do all the time.
I guess I'm the first one. Because I'm not like a goody two-shoes, but I'm also not a prankster.
Oh, to cause a bit of mischief? It's in the same order?
Oh, no, mine's in a different order. The last one you read.
Okay.
But I'll do jokes here and there, but like, it's not my thing.
I'm gonna choose. I like to cause a bit of mischief, as long as it's good fun and no one gets hurt.
All right, pick a card: Ace of Spades, 5 of Hearts, 6 of Spades, Queen of Spades, King of Hearts, or Joker.
Joker. It's the one that always gets kicked out.
I don't know. King of Hearts.
I heard Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, that wasn't an option. Oh, here you go. This is probably one that clicks, that kind of helps it out. Which would you rather do? And you have to pick 2. Go swimming. Oh, up to 2. Go swimming, travel, walk around the neighborhood, eat, relax, go camping. I hate camping because I go into the woods and I come out with nature diseases called poison ivy and mosquito bites.
Eat and relax. Or my 2. Oh my god, I'm going to be Snorlax.
I like eat and I like travel.
Okay. I am all over the place with these Pokemon. So I'll go first
Same
this
here.
time. I got Abra. The psychic little boy that you said you would put on your roster.
Yeah.
It can read others' minds and it will teleport away when danger approaches. You must clear your mind if you want to catch it.
Because you chose strategic.
Oh, true.
I have Electabuzz.
Oh, that is also an ugly Pokemon.
Thanks. Thank you for calling my inner Pokey child ugly.
We've had 3 different inner Pokey children, and none of them have lined up, so I don't know what the answer is anymore.
It says, while it's often blamed for power outages, the truth is the cause of the outages is more often the error of the part of the electric company.
What weird Pokédex entry.
Oh, and if you scroll down, it tells you like how close you. Oh my goodness, I was one away from Weedle.
Wait. Your answers. Hold
And then
up.
it's the total. Apparently, a lot of people got Weedle.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people are Weedle. I was close, but to. So I was close to Venomoth, Raichu, Ninetales, Slowbro, Arcanine, and Abra. It said 4 for all of them, and then it settled on Abra. I would have loved to be an Arcanine or Ninetales. Stupid quiz. But it looks like in chat we got a Pidgey. Pidgey has an extremely sharp sense of direction. It is capable of unerringly returning home to its nest. However, it may be removed from its familiar surroundings, which is weird. And then Eevee, its genes are easily influenced by its surroundings. Even its face starts to look like that of its trainer. That's scary.
Also, I find it funny that the person that got Eevee is also the person that got the normal type answer, so it works.
Yes, so they know what type they are. All of us have been all over the place.
All right. Oh, I dropped my die. Where'd it go? Hello. I'll find you later. Oh yeah. So my top 4 in here was Electabuzz. I had 5 votes for that. Then my 4s was Weedle, Charizard, Magnemite, Beedrill, Tauros, Magmar, Magton, Charmeleon, Golbat, Farfetch'd, and Pinsir. So apparently,
Farfetch'd.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was a Gen 1.
It just kind of runs around and smacks you with leaks.
Guess what was my top for 3 votes?
What?
Oh, that's Sandslash. Never mind. It's the ugly version of Sandstro. Where's the ones that I voted like were my top?
I have Haunter. I have 3 answers towards Haunter. Where is... I'm gonna guess I don't really have anything for my actual top ones.
I had 1 vote for Gengar.
Oh, I forgot about Golduck.
I thought about putting... Oh, I had 1 vote. Oh my goodness. Sandshrew and Haunt are right next to each other with 1 vote. Well, guys,
at least you're not close to them at all.
At least you showed up. Hold on. The more important question is... What are these 3 terrible ones?
I have 2 for Dragonite, and then what was my run? Oh, Lapras. I only had 1 for Lapras, so we are nothing like our favorites.
That's why we like them so much.
I had 2.
Oh, I had 1 vote for Metapod.
I had 1 for Tangela. Okay.
I don't feel like looking through this anymore.
Yeah.
What was Zubat?
I
didn't see him. Zubat got 2. This is the worst quiz ever. No.
I think that covers everything. We went through our most and least favorites, made up our own pretend ideal roster of Pokemons, and
this is a full episode.
Took a good amount of quizzes. So
I found my 20-sided die.
Nice, that was quick. So thanks everyone for tuning in and watching. Always appreciate it.
Before we go, this is normally when we would roll for the next topic. However, we've said that if 2 topics ever do not get chosen 3 times in a row, they go to the loser pit. Well, if they lose 3 times in a row, they go to the loser pit. And then when there's 2 in there, they face off, which we have met those requirements. So the voting options are toothpaste flavors and pies. And now, guys, you want to be careful for this one. You want to make sure you want us to talk about this, because whatever loses is permanently deleted from the archives of Pointless Discourse. They lost so much, they are not allowed to be in here anymore. So yeah, we're not rolling for a new topic and there's stuff like that. And also, just as a reminder, you guys definitely unlocked the community podcast thing. I'm gonna just say here, me and you, we'll try to figure out for next next episode to say what we want to do with that.
Okay, so yeah, so if you're ever interested in what the community podcast episode would end up being like, just tune in next week or keep an eye on our Twitter. I'm sure we'll make announcements once we've solidified everything, but we do have some ideas going around.
Yeah, and our Twitter, if for any of the audio listeners, it's in the description, but it is Pointless Disco, twitter.com/Pointless Disco. And Hot, what are you doing this week?
Okay, after this, Fire Emblem. I did see someone in chat point out that I said I wanted to go to Hot Springs and that I probably just want to go to the sauna with Claude.
I saw that too. I saw that clip.
Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe I'll find somebody else in the side characters that I can also fall in love with. We will see. But yeah, that's me tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, which is when we do this live.
Mm-hmm. And I will be doing something. Let's see. Tonight I should be finishing Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I am ready for that. And then after that, tomorrow we have the cooking stream, which I just wanted to do something super chill after the craziness of this week. And I hate salads, so I'm making a chicken Caesar salad. Oh no, it made sense in my head, and that's all I could think about. I don't think I ever had a chicken Caesar salad.
Really?
I don't think I've had it. I can't remember the last time I had a salad. Anyway, it explains my size. And then yeah, we'll pick up on Monday with Mega Man Legends, and then finally, unless we hear some other news, Tuesday, TFT Tuesdays will be on again. Wait, what rank are you? Do I have to do work?
Oh, I still haven't done any competitive, but I should be gold because everybody got knocked down one.
Aren't you like gold 1?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm probably silver 4. Okay, well, I got work to do. Just so that way I don't get kicked out. Yep, Roonies. So yeah, fine. It feels like it's been forever because we took the 1 week off and then I wasn't able to play because of meetings. So, but that is it. If you guys want to contact either one of us, you can do it on Pointless Disco at twitter.com, or yeah, you can see us both here on twitch.tv/Hoppocalypse, and that's spelled, if you are too lazy to look in the description, capital HOPPOCALYPSE.
You okay, DPayne?
I don't know. I'm just.
Do you want me to outro us out?
And then for me, I can't read the ULR. But yeah, no, for real, follow us on the things if you want. We would love to have conversations. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you have a good day, and let everyone know what kind of Pokemon you are, even if it's wrong.
Yes.
Bye.
Also, don't forget, we do have dreams of live show panel ideas. So if you're listening to us in the audio format, please leave comments, reviews. All of that helps get us up there for people to notice us, and also potentially share with a friend.
We need to learn how to find them. So.
I don't know which sites allow that. I don't think I've ever seen it on Spotify. Is it just an Apple thing?
Yeah. Hey, if you guys write a review, let us know so we can find it. Actually, Google might. We'll look it up. So, yeah, that's it. I think for real. Bye.